Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. We are here. It's Tuesday, and I'm here with TJ Online, your marketing guru. She's going to be here talking about how to make a great, successful content for your business. Now, guys, the thing I love about Biz Chicks is we don't like convoluted crap. So whatever we talk about today, you can rest assured you'll be able to do it. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups. I want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva who's on the road today. And we're the Biz Chicks. So sit back, relax, join the conversation, and let's get started. How you doing this morning, TJ?
I'm doing hot. It's very hot.
How are things in New York City? They're hot. Okay.
It's not hot. It's hot. It's hot.
Okay.
Hot. I think yesterday the airfield was like 100 and something. I don't know. I didn't go outside, so I got the air cranked up all the way. The fans are going. I'm not a fan of hot. I'm not a fan of hot.
Oh, okay. And then, on the East Coast, it's not only hot, it's usually humid. And so that makes it feel even hotter sometimes. How you doing, Dr. Tati?
Good morning, Tati. Tati says, good day, ladies. Thank you for joining us. We're not going to talk about the weather. We're not going to talk about what's going on because it's going on. So we are going to talk about marketing. This is the marketing chat. This is our weekly marketing chat. This is where we talk about marketing. We talk about marketing strategies, social media marketing, digital marketing, email marketing, branding, SEO, websites. I throw it all in the mix. And we talk about different topics every week. So we say, welcome. Thank you to the live viewers. And also thank you to the welcome. And thank you to the replay viewers. Now I want to ask everybody that's here. I know Tachi's in hot. She's in hot Florida. But I know that we have people from around the globe. And I love that we have that. So please drop where you're watching us, where you are, where you're watching us from. Drop it in the chat. Let us know because we keep a list or running tally so we can say, welcome to this country, welcome to that country, but everybody's welcome. So thank you for watching. We appreciate that. Also, since you're watching, do us a favor and share this out on the platform that you are on because we are on different platforms. That's the beauty of this platform that we call StreamYard that we like to talk about because we've been on a journey of different platforms over the years. And it's just, when you get on a platform that you like and they pull the rug out from under you or they turn the lights off, we will not name that platform that turn the lights off in the middle of people talking. So we like to talk about something where we find a good home. So, StreamYard is what we're using to multicast or simulcast or whatever whatever terminology you want to use. We're on different platforms, okay? At the same time. So thank you, StreamYard. And so wherever you are, please share this out. Say, hey, come on over. We got to watch this marketing chat where, there's laughing and crazy stuff and people say crazy things. And we talk about sea anemones. And I try to remember the name of something that I'm trying to remember. So we are having a big party on Tuesday, guys, because, working on your business, it can get a little, maybe you're a solo entrepreneur or you're by yourself and it can get a little lonely or you need a break. Just come on over here and get the break. So I expect some jokesters to show up. Like I'm going to name them Carlos Phoenix. Whenever I mention Carlos's name, he shows up. He's like, what is that movie? There's a movie when you say the name and the guy, the villain or whatever show. Yeah, there's a couple.
Oh,
is it Candyman? Okay. I don't know, but when I say his name, he shows up. So I'm willing Carlos to come over. Mark's one of our funny people. It breaks the levity. So this is not a serious. Well, we talk about serious topics because this is about your business, but we try to lighten it with some laughter and some fun. So that's why we call it a chat. It's a chat. We just sitting around talking, and we're not Zooming. We're not using Zoom. We're
No.
using StreamYard. So that's that. So welcome everybody. Thank you to the live viewers. Thank you for the replay viewers, and share this out. Please show the love. Show the love. And also you can give us a reaction. You know, if you're on Facebook, there's the the little hearts and the little wows and funnies. But if you want to give us an angry, I would ask you why, but you can do it anyway. It's up to you. Okay. All right. So today's topic: secrets of successful content. Or, like I titled the video, I believe, how to create successful content that gets your audience attention. So we talked about over the past few weeks. I wanted to lay out like a timeline of things that you need to do in order. So we talked about the marketing message. I talked about using empathy, because that's the key now to cutting through the noise of everyone's online, every business is online. How do I make it through? And then we were talking about the core of your message, which was your story, not anybody else's, your story. And then last week we talked about how to tell that story. There are a couple of things that we could use to create content online. So here we're going to talk about some of the things that you need to do when you're creating content, when you're posting on social media, when you're on LinkedIn. What do you do? When you're on Facebook, what should you do? Twitter, Pinterest, wherever. There are some rules, but I don't like to follow the rules. And there's a lot of gurus that tell you, things you must do. Like for instance, on Instagram, you're supposed to post between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. I don't go by that. I posted something at midnight. But this is because you are the owner of your account, so you know when your audience is on, right? So if your audience was expectant mothers, when would the best time be to reach an expectant mother? What do you think? I'm asking. This is quiz time.
Oh my God.
What do you think the best time would be? An expectant mother. And she may have other children. The best time to reach her would be at night when her children are asleep. And if she's an expectant mother, she can't sleep, right?
Yeah.
So she's up late.
Okay, because she has to get up to go to the bathroom. Yep.
Noon is not the time to reach her because she's busy feeding her kids or doing something or trying to get a nap or whatever.
Yes.
See, so those are some of the things I want you to think about. Let's see who else is here. I see Jill is here. Good morning. Robin is here. Robin says, successful content, I need some. Well, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to show you how to get it. Okay. Jill is here. Robin is here. Karen, the coach, the money coach, is here. You'll see her tomorrow. So be sure to tune in the same time tomorrow and Wednesday for Coach Karen. Okay.
Now,
so don't miss it.
Robin said 10 p.m. Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
Oh, okay. There we go. Yes. See, Robin knows. Right. Karen said, if it's me nighttime, are you an expectant mother, Karen? You want to announce something? You got breaking news. Jerry is here. Good morning, Jerry. Blessings to you. Thank you. I mean, that one just popped into my head because I was just thinking about, I hate when somebody says you must, Instagram is only active between 9 and 11 a.m. And I'm like,
I don't think so.
No. So that was one of the examples that popped into my head. There are a couple others. So what I'm saying is you have to realize when your audience is on. When do they have time to be on? Because if you're a business, you're 9 to 5, right? But your audience, your customer may be 10 to 12, midnight, 10 to midnight.
And if you are dealing with people who have insomnia,
yes,
obviously they're up all night.
And Karen says, ha, Terry, you got jokes. I told you we were going to laugh. All right, so get back. Carolina has something. Yeah, Carolina has a point. Go, Vicky, you had a point to that?
I was just saying that if you are a therapist and you work with insomniacs, then you probably want to be posting at 2 in the morning, whatever.
Yeah. And the key to 2 in the morning is you personally don't have to be up 2 a.m. because there's tools that let you schedule a post to go out at 2 a.m. while you're sleeping at 2 a.m. Because I know I
There
was
you
asleep.
go.
So I'm not.
I like that.
So see, this is all about, when we having our weekly marketing chat, it's all about having a strategy and a plan. I mean, because I could tell you, oh, well, you do this, do this, do that, but every industry, every topic is different. Everything is different. So that's why the expectant mothers thing popped up, because I remember, like a year or two ago, I was looking at some course or something, and a webinar, and I remember, I look at the chat. I listen to the person and I kind of read the chat, so I see what people are saying. So some woman put in there about, oh, her site is about expectant mothers and mommies and this and that. She was so engaging in the chat that I went over and signed up for her email list. Now I haven't checked. I don't know if she's still sending me, but I remember that was her topic because it was so specific. Remember I said before about having a niche or a niche? You have to drill it down super, 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 super niche. It can't be mothers. It has to be expectant mothers. It has to be expectant mothers between the age of 25 to 35, and they live in Australia. And see how that gets down to a pinpoint on a map, because you can reach those people. So if I want to reach expectant mothers in Australia, I think that this person was in Australia, which is why I remember. They're on a different time zone from us, from the United States, right? So I have to schedule content when they're asleep. See how you have to get really specific with it. So this is one of the keys to successful content, knowing when your audience is online. How do you know? Because you have analytics. Facebook has it, Twitter has it, Pinterest has it, Instagram has it. I believe LinkedIn. I'll have to check. Just offhand, those are the ones that I know. So your analytics is the information, the data that these platforms give you about when you post something. They tell you this person saw it at this time in this part of the world, and this many people liked it, and this many people shared. You know what the analytics are. So you have to go in and look at that. Don't ignore that data. It's very important. Another thing that you want to use the analytics for is when you start to do ads. This is really important, because what do I run it? What kind of ad would I run on Facebook for my Facebook page? You look at your Facebook page, you go to the analytics. What's the most popular post that got the most likes, reach, engagement, views? If it's video, the number of 1 second, 3 second views or whatever. Facebook will tell you that. Twitter will tell you that. Every month when you go on your Twitter analytics, it says, this is your most popular post for the month. And that's your key to go, oh, wow, I should make more of that content, or that should be an ad. And then you run it, because guess what? You've already created it. So there's nothing to change. And Facebook will send you these nice little notices. This post on your page got 95% more engagement than any other post on your page. You should run an ad. Well, they say you should boost it, but don't boost it. You should run an ad. Hey, Pat. Pat's here. Hello. So that's just a couple of things. I'm getting off track. Let me pull up my notes. Now, is there any questions about what I just said about the times, and Robin said she needs more successful content? What do you guys need? Let me know in the comments, in the chat, while I bring up my notes, because I got tons of them.
Hey, Pat. I'm going over here.
And we got to give, Facebook is on a little delay. I'm not sure about the others. Platforms is their delay, but I know Facebook has a tiny delay. And I have to change my phone back to lock. I hate when it moves, the orientation, when you turn it sideways and stuff. Okay, here, Claudia hey, Claudia, you didn't say hi. I didn't know you were here. Hey, Claudia said, what's the difference in boosting and running an ad? Okay, we're going to answer this really quickly, because I really didn't want to talk about ads, but I did, because, it popped in my head. Boosting only serves that, and it's not even ad, it serves that post to people who already like your page. An ad reaches potentially 2.5 billion people. Does that answer it real quickly?
Mm-hmm.
Should I elaborate? Should I elaborate?
No, I think that's pretty clear. So
Okay.
a boost stays in your circle,
mm-hmm.
and an ad goes global.
Yes, it potentially you're not going to run the ad to 2.5 billion people. Don't do that because your cost will be astronomical. You might have $1 million bill. What I'm saying is that when you create an ad, you have more tools and leeway to pick. You have more tools and leeway to pick a specific audience, and you want to pick a specific audience because when you're running an ad, it costs dollars. Okay. So the bigger your audience to serve the ad, the bigger the ad bill at the end of the month. And Facebook wants a credit card on file.
Oh, so, wow.
After 30 days, Facebook will bill your card. So you can do an ad. Keep it small. I say $5 a day. You don't have to do 1,000, 2,000. Those are people that know what they're doing. If you're starting out, you're going to do $5 a day. You're going to use the little wizard. You're going to pick an audience. And what I mean, pick an audience, you get to choose the age. You get to choose the location. You can choose cities, states, countries, whatever. Just realize the more stuff and interest. Here's the good thing about Facebook. You can pick interest. Like people, my client, they're interested in people that are traveling to New York City. So there's an interest that says travel to New York City, luxury travel, shopping in New York. See how those interests, it's all a list when you get into creating an ad. It's a list of things. And everything you pick and change narrows the audience down. So people think, oh, I want an audience of 9 billion people. That means Facebook is going to try to show your ad to 9 million people. Again, they have your credit card and they will bill it at the end of 30 days. So you don't want 9 million people. I see a good audience. And there's a little indicator when you're doing a Facebook ad, like a, what do they call those little meters that go red and green with that arrow?
Yes.
There's a little meter there. And you want the one that goes like this, not the one in the red, or you want the one in the green or in the middle, but not the one in the red. It's when you create an ad, you'll see it, what I'm talking about. So there are guidelines.
It sounds to me, Terry, like creating an ad has gotten a lot easier. Has it?
Oh, it's really, they have a quick wizard now.
Okay. When they first started, I mean, you needed somebody to do that for you. It was
you still do because of, like I said, there's other things, retargeting, custom audiences, lookalike. See, I don't want to get into this because now we're getting So we're gonna backtrack to, you can boost an ad, but it only boosts to the people that like your page. You want to create an ad, and lots of people are afraid of that process. Don't be afraid. Dip your toe in the water. If you make a mistake, you can turn it off. And also, when you go into the overview, Facebook will show you how much you're spending in a day. And you can say, well, I don't want to spend that much, and you turn the ad off. Again, Facebook has your credit card or PayPal, and they will bill you at the end of 30 days. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Karen said, well, expecting mothers who are losing weight rapidly in Canada can't sleep because of cramp in leg. This would have helped years ago. Haha. See, but I love you for that, Karen, because that's a niche. There are women that feel that way. It's not 100,000. It may be a few thousand. And you go, well, that's a few thousand. That's such a tiny audience. You want a tiny audience because they are all in with the topic that you talk about. Just like I'm going to put it back. Karen says the expectant mothers who are losing weight rapidly in Canada can't sleep because of cramping leg. See how there's all kind of things for expectant mothers. You just can't write or write an article or a blog post, a podcast, post something on Instagram and whatever and call it expectant mothers. You want to do exactly what Karen did right there. She narrowed it down by they're losing weight. They're in Canada. They can't sleep. because of a problem that keeps them. And this is a big thing with expectant mothers. They can't sleep. They've got pillows. People have designed these different pillows, these different gadgets, all for them to sleep. So that's what I'm saying. They're up at night. They're not sleeping because they can't sleep. So that would be the time to post. Okay. So everybody got that? Claudia says, yes, got it. Karen said, great response. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. And then she also said, yep, it could get really big, really fast as the discussion. See, your ad. So I don't want to turn this into the ads, but don't go in and use it. I say do a $5 budget. There's a thing to put in a budget and test out the waters. Test out the waters and see what you get. But boosting, you can boost, but if you have, say, if your page has 300 people, it's only going to reach 300 people versus the same amount of money could potentially reach about 30,000 people, right? Okay, so it's a numbers game. All right, so we want to get off the ads.
Yes.
Let me get back to, so we're talking about how to create the most valuable content for your audience, and creating content is simple if you don't overthink it. Because like I just said, you know your audience, you know your niche, you're telling a story. You're not trying to sit down and write a novel like people write. Well, what am I going to write about? What's going on today? What's happening in your world, in your industry? What went right? What went wrong? And we talked about, I talked a lot about this last week with Terralina, had her example with the fabrics and, the masks and the things. So we got a lot of, what to do and what to don't, what to do and what not to do.
The do's and don'ts.
Right?
The do's and don'ts.
So the thing is, this is the thing you want to ask yourself before you post anything online. Why should your customers care? That's the question. I think I'm going to post. Let's stay with the expectant mothers. I'm going to post something about expectant mothers and something about there's a new pillow or a new gadget or something that you want to write about. Well, would they care? If the answer is yes, then you write that piece of content. If the answer is no, they would not care, then that's your key to, okay, let me think about something else. And there's lots of sources to get information from. I read a lot of, I have an RSS feed reader that brings me articles on marketing and social media and this and that. And I try to read them every morning. So there are articles and blog posts and things and people to follow in your industry and your niche. So you need to start following them, even if they're your competition. Follow them and see what they're talking about, because you could talk about the same thing, but you're going to tilt it. You're going to tilt it towards you, and you're going to put your spin on it and tilt it back to your business. See, that's what I call it, tilting. So if they're talking about a certain topic, that's something that's really hot in the industry that you're in, you could say, well, I can't talk about that because my competition already posted something online or posted something on their website. Guess what? They can say whatever they want to say. You can talk about the same topic and say whatever you want to say and put a personal spin on it. Put your opinion on it, your thoughts. This new thing is happening in my industry. Here's what I think of it. And you just talk about that, even though the competition talked about it. So it's not a deal of the top of the pile wins. If you talk about it, you win. Everybody that talks about this particular topic in your industry or the industry, you all win, because there's something called Google and there's something called search. So people will search for a keyword and you are using that keyword. If you're writing a blog post or even this, if you're doing a podcast, Google is now indexing podcasts. Yeah. So if you put that in your title of your podcast, Google's going to pick it up when someone searches for that keyword. Isn't that wonderful? So this is what I'm saying. You don't have to go, well, so-and-so already talked about it, or I read this story on, whatever the popular publication for your industry. You can write about it too on your blog, on your podcast. You can do a tweet. You can do an Instagram story. You can Instagram. See what I'm getting at? you can talk about it, but you're going to say, if you want to talk about it in your Instagram story, you're going to make it for 15 seconds, right? So you got to condense whatever it is into 15 seconds or break it up into little pieces of 15 seconds to create a whole story. So you don't want to go, oh, well, somebody already talked about that. Here's an example. What was it last week that everybody was talking about Jada and Will and entanglement? Was it 2 weeks? Well, I went on my YouTube. There are tons of videos, all keywords: Jada, Will, August Alsina, entanglement. Tons of them. So did that let them stop? Oh, well, one person already talked about it. No, everybody has a platform and a channel on YouTube. They get to talk about what they want because their audience is coming to them, right? And when you go to YouTube, you might see other videos around that same topic, but you're subscribed to this channel, so you're going to see them first. So they're not going to say, well, I'm not going to post anything because there's already 100 videos about, Jada and this and that. No, they get on and they tell the story and they have conversations and they do a live chat the way they want with their audience. Okay.
Yeah. And Karen is saying,
yeah. Okay. Let me see. Karen says, yeah, listen to Terry. She knows this stuff. Competition is healthy. Thank you. Yes, it is. Don't shy away from it. And then Todd just says, oh, Lord, because the Jada. And Karen says, and YouTube peeps are good at. Yes, they are. That's why I wanted to bring up YouTube. Because when you watch a video on YouTube about one topic, the next time you come back into YouTube, there's going to be 10 other videos. Because YouTube goes, oh, you like that? You like a video where they're talking about Jada and Will and Alci and whatever his name, Alcina, August, whatever. Here's some more from other channels, and you go, And this is how other channels get views off of this one topic. It's the thumbnails. Did you know that with YouTube? The key is thumbnails. The secret to YouTube is thumbnails. Thumbnails is the little picture that you see on the right, or if you're on mobile, it's the little picture that has the title and the picture of the video.
Gotcha.
So on YouTube, you see a lot of crazy looking pictures. That's because they want your attention. That's how people choose to watch the next video. Either it comes up next after the first video plays in the playlist, or it's when you're on the desktop, it's listed on the right, all those cute little thumbnails. And if you scroll, there's a whole bunch of videos there about this topic or videos related to the topics. So if you watch, say, for example, if you watch a video about Jada and Will, you're going to see other videos that are about entertainment and gossip and stuff like that, because that's the category it's in. So that's how YouTube works. You watch one video, and then it's going to show you a whole bunch of videos by other creators with other channels, same topic. SEO, that's how it works. That's how Google works. That's how SEO works. It's keyword based. So everything revolves around the keyword, whereas on Facebook, it's a different thing. It's relationships. Facebook is based on the relationship you have with a business, a brand, a page, a person. That's why you see what you see on the feed.
Okay, so SEO, tell people what that is, because everybody doesn't know.
SEO is search engine optimization. That is what Google, when you go to Google and you type in, say, expecting mothers, that's a keyword. And we talked about it. There's some videos on my channel. If you want, the whole breakdown of SEO, let me know. I will send you the link. But that is how things are found on the web, by keywords, because the keywords are the words that you type in the title. And that's your topic. Expecting mothers. That's the key. If I'm staying on this thing with the expected mothers, I have a website for expected mothers. I have a blog. I write articles. I write stuff on Instagram and Twitter. All of those things are picked up by Google because of keywords. Okay. Facebook is different. That's why you don't see any Facebook posts in Google, because Facebook is not based on keywords, it's based on relationships. Okay. That's it in a nutshell. All right. Tachi says, yes, thumbnails are everything on YouTube. Yes, it is. That's the key. You want to know, how do I grow my channel on YouTube? Video every day, thumbnail. thumbnail must be a title that catches the attention, a photo that catches attention. That's why you see all these crazy thumbnails with people going like that, and they cut themselves out, and they have a white background, and they have other things. That's to get your attention, to click.
Oh.
Remember, everything on social media is to click. What's that? Click. What's that? Tap. What's that? Scroll. And here it is on Instagram. Remember I said about thumb stopping? You want to stop the thumb or the finger. So it has to be scroll stopping. It has to go, it has to make them, you drive a car, you go, you stop and skirt. And what's that? That's what you want to do on social media. And you do that on YouTube with a thumbnail. On Twitter, you do that with a photo or something that something that's witty and smart, gets the attention. Facebook, the same thing, the photograph. Instagram, definitely the photograph. Pinterest, photograph. So those are the things that you do to get people to stop. That's successful content. Graphics are very important. So you don't want to do anything generic. You want to do specific stuff. So remember, everything about content online, creating content is specific. Audience, who you're talking to, where you are, the platform you're on, and the graphics. Okay, so here we are getting into, and I'm going to bring up Canva. If everybody doesn't know Canva, Canva.com is a website where you go to create graphics, and they have templates. So when you go and sign up for Canva.com, there's templates for Instagram, Facebook, this and that and that. So if you pick a template and you use it and you just change the text, there are thousands of other people that are using that same template. The text is different, but they're using that same template. So it's the look. So if several people are using that on Instagram, I might stop at the first person in that area that uses it. And then this is the thing. The template can be used by anybody. So it could be somebody in the beauty industry, in the jewelry industry, in golf, in the expectant mothers, in parenthood, in homeschool. You see what I'm saying? If you use the template from Canva, not knocking Canva, it's a good tool. It's just that if you pick a template, it's not going to be thumb stopping because everybody else has access to that template. So I'm not I had one client that was using some kind of program or something for their industry, but everybody else in the industry was using the exact same template. So I was trying to tell them, you can't do that because you're not going to stand out, because everybody that's in your industry is using the same template. And I see it and I showed it. I said, look, I'm going to show you. Oh, Instagram, da, 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 da. I said, everybody using the same template. And it's an industry where there was room for people to not use the template and stand out based on customer satisfaction. I said, what you're going to do is after the customer has a successful service with you, you're going to ask them, you happy with, yeah, can I take your picture and post it on social media? Sure. Click. And then you tell the story. This client, da, 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 and you share as much as they will allow, but you ask them first. Now, I heard a story last week where someone was angry that they went to, they got a facial and they specifically asked a Black spa to do it, and they were happy with the service. But for some reason, she went on their Instagram and saw her face on their Instagram. And she said, wait a minute, I didn't pose for a picture. So the what is it? Esthetician took a picture while her eyes were closed with this. Put it on their social media as a business. The customer was irate. Asked them, please take it down. They said they took it down, and then something else happened. But I was like, this is what you don't do if you're using your customers to say they are happy with my service from my business. You ask. If she had asked that lady, because she was happy, she said, oh, my skin was going, da, 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 da. All she had to do was ask, and she would have said, you could have done a video testimonial. That would have been great. You could have took her picture and blurred her, put something over her eye if she doesn't want to show her face. But you don't do that. You don't secretly take a photo while the client is laying, in the chair on the whatever, and while their eyes are closed, you take a picture of them and then you put it on your Instagram.
There are a number of reasons.
Okay, Jill Breathing Spaces. I'm doing a photo shoot today to create specific, unique images for my business. Then to Canva and WordPress to develop the image. Yes, that's what you do. But I don't want you to use if you can use a template, but you're using your imagery. This is perfect. So when you go to Canva has free and paid stock photography.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying is break away from. You can use the template as a guide, is what I'm saying. But see, Jill's doing the right thing. She's having a photo shoot of her specific business that includes specific things for her business, not a generic stock photo. So she's good. Jill's good. I love that you're doing that. See, she's going to use Canva as a guide and say, I'm putting my own information in, and it's not going to look like the others.
Yes.
See, so that's good. You're good, Jill. Karen says, wow, you can't do that. That's right. You can't. And Breathing Space, she says, media waiver release. Thank you. If you really want to be, you can ask and they say yes. But if you really want to safeguard your business, you do what Jill says. Media waiver or a release. Ask them to sign a release and say it's just to protect both of us. That's all. Mm-hmm. But if you ask first and you say, do I have explicit permission to use your photo on my social media, and they say yes, you can go with that. But if you want to have a really safeguard or insurance of nothing happening, lawsuits or whatever, sign a release. And it's just a form you can get from a legal service or your lawyer that says, I hereby, allow you to use this photograph for social media. Be specific about what the use is for. But you can get into that with a lawyer. I don't want to see, now we're getting into ads, we're getting into legal stuff. Ask. And if you want to be really assured, get the release. And it's just a little piece of paper they can sign, or you can have something digitally done. You can have them DM, you can ask them in a DM, whatever it is, just get some kind of assurance.
Verification.
Verification and insurance. Right.
That they gave you permission.
So Karen says, but if you use it as stuff with Creative Market, and see, that's the other part of it with Canva. Thank you, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not knocking Canva. I'm just saying don't go in and pick a template because when you get there, there's the first page of templates, and you go, and you click on that, and you change your text, and you use it. Everybody's doing that. So what Jill is doing is better. She's having a photo shoot with her business, with her products, her services, and that's more personalized. That's going to get more attention. That's one of the secrets of successful content. Do specific photo shoots, graphics for your business. Don't use cookie cutter stuff. I like with Canva. And PicMonkey. I think PicMonkey is another one that people use. I don't use it, but I know people use PicMonkey. Anything that's template based, graphic wise, I think Crello is one. There's a couple that you go in and you Headliner's another. But you want to use these templates. You want to personalize them with what Jill's doing. She's taking pictures that belong to her. They're not stock photography. Even if you pay for the stock photography, other people paying for that same service and they have the same photo. Because I see it all over. I'm like, oh, they use this, they use that, because I'm not knocking. I'm just saying that you want better results. You want successful content. You don't just want content. Because you can do content. You can just go to Canva, type something in, send it on, and then you go, well, I'm not getting any engagement. Nobody's liking my photo. I'm not getting any DMs. Nobody's requesting my services. Well, because you posted something that was a thumb stopping. It didn't wow me. I'm like, I scrolled on. So again, why would they care? Why would the audience care? That's where you want to go from. So Jill is on the right spot because she's like, why would they care about seeing her business, not a generic business. not a generic office, not a generic. And here's, you know, people use a lot the business meeting. There's generic people shaking hands over. You've seen those photos. If you want to get something that stops people in their tracks and get their attention, do what Jill does. And it's not expensive to get a photographer to take a few pictures. It's not expensive, not at all. Karen says, yep, told that to a client of mine yesterday because someone made her a logo from. Okay, let's get into this. Thank you, Karen. See, everybody in the chat, you guys are bringing it. When you want a logo made, it's going to cost. Well, I'm going to say the generic figure could be 100, 500, 1,000 from the services. I think one of them is like 99 designs. There are lots of logo designers online. You do not want to make a logo in Canva because it's generic. It's not specific to your business. Someone who's a designer, a graphic designer, will ask you, what are the elements of your business? What do you want to convey? What's the emotion you want to convey? What are the colors you want to use? Is there any kind of symbols or any kind of symbolic graphics that you want to use? And they talk to you and they incorporate all of that into the logo design. Why a logo design is expensive? Because it's customized to your business. If it's someone who knows what they're doing, they're going to talk to you and put the elements of your business, the mission, the why, into that logo, and it's going to be satisfactory for you. You don't want to. You could do something on Canva, but it's not. We're talking business here. We're not talking. I'm putting a Shopify store up, even though that's qualified as a business, but we're talking about having non-generic stuff to have a successful content to have people stand out and see your business. Look at Nike. Nike has that little swoosh, right? That's their logo. That's their branding. I believe when they had it done in 1930, 40 something, I'm not sure the date. It was just, they had an artist that she just said here. Because it's Nike based on the Greek god Pegasus, I think. If Tachi's here, I think she can let me know if that's right. But I think it's based on the Greek god Pegasus, which his I think his helmet or his crown was wings or something. So when you see that Nike swoosh, it looks like movement. It looks like wings. Right?
What is Khalid saying?
Okay, Khalid says they made my logo for $60 with an animated version. They had a special. Look out for those, especially newsletters. Do you mean 99 Designs, Khalid, or let me know the business that made your logo? See, but they talked to you, right, Khalid? They asked you certain questions, and if you're happy with the $60, right? If you're happy, let me know. See, the key is getting the logo to fit your business or you know what you do, your products, your service. It has to convey it in that one little image. And if you're happy, if it costs $6 and you're happy with it, that's great. See, it's customized is the key.
Yes.
Whether it's $60 or $600.
Exactly.
And I think one of the ones I have on mine is 99 Designs is one place you can go, but there are other places to go. Okay. You can make a little black and white something with your name. Like mine is just text and a little orange thing. I made that because it's online. I put in line. Now I could certainly upgrade that, and I probably will, but it's not one of the things that I'm working on now. I'm doing some other things first, and then I'll get to changing my logo. But it suits the purposes of what I want it for right now. So if you go to 99 Designs or any of the other places, even Canva, just make sure it's something that looks professional. It conveys what your business is about. And if it's personal, if it's a personal brand, you can use your name and go with that. You don't have to get too fancy. But what was we talking about before the logo? Let me get back to my notes. I always write a ton of notes and forget to.
We need to customize whatever it is we're presenting in terms of content. Don't get something generic and just put your text on top of it.
Right, because you have to ask yourself, why would your customers care about what you're doing?
Exactly.
So Alfredo is here.
Al from the house. How you doing, Al?
Good morning. Mr. Amazon, how's it working? Are you on a break from Amazon? So let me see. So you want to ask yourself, why should they care? Why should your audience care? Why should they care about this piece of content that you're about to post? Before you hit publish, ask yourself, why would they care about this? Okay, that's the key question. All righty. Let me see. I had a bunch of notes. Let me see what else I want to do. We got about 10 minutes. Okay. You're creating the content to build the audience. So you want successful content. So you want your audience to see your business, your brand as trustworthy, engaging. But first they have to see it as valuable and reliable.
So
all of those.
It needs to be valuable and reliable. And then trustworthy and what?
Trustworthy. It needs to be trustworthy. Engaging is the end, but before that, it needs to be valuable. That means that your audience must see value in it. Alfredo says creating content to build the audience, business, and brand. Yes. And Claudia says, yes, I specifically have a black hand in my logo. I want to make sure folks know I am a black-owned business. Okay, that's one way to do it. Because when we see that the fist, is that what you're using?
No, she has a hand holding.
Oh, a hand. Okay.
Holding the tray.
Okay, so there you go. But see, that conveys a message that certain people will get. The ones that don't get it, well, those aren't your customers. Hate to say it, but she has a specific use and idea for her logo, and it works for her. As long as it works for you and conveys what the business is about, it has to connect. When people see it, they have to go, "Oh, I know what it's about." Right? Yeah. So keep that in mind.
Oh, that's right. So business, yeah.
So your successful content is going to have to be valuable, useful, compelling, different. It has to be valuable and reliable. That's a lot of stuff to put in there. But if you're operating your business on those principles, you're good. Because what did I say last week? You're going to tell your story. You're going to tell it from your point of view. If you're operating, in a sense of, okay, I want to be trustworthy and reliable, you're going to do trustworthy and reliable things. So it's not something that you have to really think about. Just do, because it will come from the content that you're creating, because you're thinking, right? You're thinking, and if your thought process is starting out with trustworthy, reliable, and I want to be compelling and all of those things will come when you just talk. And a good way to create content, I do this all the time. I have my phone. I use Asana, or I use the voice recorder. And when I have an idea or I want to say something, I just, I say it into the voice recorder. And then I have another program that it will take that and take the words out, and I can use those words. But you want to speak and say the things that you're saying to your clients if they're in front of you. Those are the things that those are the elements, those are the keywords, those are the things that you're going to put in your content, because those are the things they're concerned about. Again, why would my clients care? Why would my audience care about this? Because or kind of know what they're thinking about. Remember, getting back to the expectant mothers. You kind of know what their concerns are. So you're going to say the things that they need to hear in order for them to get the attention to your business and say, oh, that sounds interesting. Let me see more. And then they'll go to your website or your YouTube, wherever you're directed. Remember, call to action. If you want them on your newsletter, you need to say the things and say, join my newsletter, or join me over here, and we're going to talk more about it. You're going to get more information, more valuable information. They go, yeah, and they put the email in, and you're there. If that's your goal. Okay. Alfredo says, ooh, a big comment here, Alfredo. When I was looking back at my content, there was nothing about software development. So I had to rebuild my content to attract another audience. Currently, I tend to advertise. I've live streamed for Inglewood Southside Christian Church for 4 years. Okay, cool, good. See, he realized that he need to go back and realign. Churches are now flocking to live stream to continue church services going. Okay. Jill says, I like the tip I like the tip to say the content out loud. Thanks. Yes, I use that one a lot because I'm always having my phone with me and I
Uh-huh.
might be doing something else. And I've done this a lot. I've lost my train of thought. I was like, oh man, I
What
didn't have
was
my
that?
phone in my hand. So if I have my phone in my hand, I just pick it up. I go to voice recording and say what I got to say and have the note for later. You can
Mhm,
do that if you have the iPhone. Then you can do the notes in your notes app. You can do it there
mhm,
also.
mhm.
Khalid said, "Where's the comments keep scrolling? There we go." Khalid said, "As things stand, from my understanding, companies have about 2 seconds to convince potential customers that their products are worth any consideration. Logo is crucial as content." Yes, I agree with that. You
That's a
have
great
two
point.
seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 seconds. That's where I said about the thumb stopping. You want to stop the scrolling finger, especially on Instagram, because you pick up your phone. Most people are on Instagram on their phone, and they're just doo, 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 thumb, 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 thumb. And if they see something that stops them in the track, your content that you've created that is valuable, trustworthy, gets the attention, compelling, something eye stopping, thumb stopping, and you go, what is that? And you stop and look, that's successful content. And once you do it one time, you're going to look at your analytics and it's going to tell you this worked. So you're going to do more of it, or you're going to use that content in an ad. See? And then the cycle repeats itself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Alfredo is back with some more comments. Hey, they're talking in the comments. Thank you, Alfredo. He brought someone over. Thank you. Khalid says, dare to be different with your logo because your company logo tells consumers why your business is unique. Yes. Getting back to Claudia's logo that she said that's why she has the black hand. It's unique. It stands out. It's different from anybody else, but it conveys the message of her business.
It is a message, yes.
Right. So you want to do that. Your logo is not just, okay, well, I need a logo. It needs to convey the why of your business, or it needs to explain something. Or if you're doing a personal brand, it can be your name because you're doing it on your
And
personal
so
brand.
therefore the font is
The
important.
font is important. The
Because
colors.
yes, because if you're talking to an audience and you're using just a brand name,
yes,
then is it feminine? Is it masculine? Is it strong, soft? All of those things you have to think about when you pick the font. Or does that make sense, Terry?
Yeah. The
I'm
font
not
is
a person. I just
no. The font is important. It has to be readable. It has to be something clean
yeah,
and clear. It can't be all of that
curly
handwritten cursive, and you really can't calligraphy. If you can't read it, it doesn't matter how pretty it looks. I can't read it. I've seen so many people do that on their website and have different graphics, and I'm like, well, what is that saying? Because it's a pretty font, but I can't read it. So I'm gone, just like Khalid says.
And it is hard to reproduce. You have to think about that too. When you're putting it on items, like if you wanted to do T-shirts or uniforms, don't complicate it, people.
Yeah, don't complicate it. And Alfredo says, I love how Terry Johnson gives golden nuggets of wisdom when creating successful content. Thank you, Alfredo. I'm going to use that golden nuggets of wisdom, that title. Thank you. I'm going to use that. I wanted to. I have a few minutes. I'm bringing up another page because I discovered something yesterday while I was on Twitter, and I want to see if I can quickly. Oh man, I don't remember the name of it. Oh shoot, I don't remember the name of it, so I can't really. I didn't bookmark it. I was on Twitter yesterday, and I got into following someone because they were talking about they wanted to highlight Black-owned businesses, but she said this business was 3 young boys in Washington D.C. who started a candle business because they wanted a game. So they went to their parents and said, we want this video game. Video games are kind of, they're a little pricey. So the parents was like, okay, figure out a way to pay for it. So they decided to make candles and sell them to buy the video game. Now, this was several years ago. So this person on Twitter was talking about, the business. I forgot the name of it. I will put it in later in the link, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me get rid of this. So what it is that they're so successful. They started in their home. Now today they have their own warehouse space, and they're employing the homeless, because this was one of
Wow.
the ideas. They give 10% to the homeless, and they wanted to support the homeless. So they've hired people for their warehouse to pour the candles and put everything together. They just got warehouse space, I think, last week or the week before. And then their next idea is to start a candle truck. Now, they are legit, because they were on Good Morning America with Robin Roberts like a year or two ago. And there's a story. I watched that on Good Morning America on YouTube. So it's three brothers. It's like one's a teenager and the other two are like middle school age. And they're successful with this business. And what I love is their logo is it's based on is it Frere something. So it's brothers, French for brothers something.
Mm-hmm.
What is the last name? I cannot remember, but it's based. They took some French words for brother, and the logo is really simple. It's just the font, and it's writing out the name of the business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a nice little tan color. I was like, that was so imaginative, the way they came up with it. Oh, here, Claudia had a comment. She says, someone once told me that the pink in my brand doesn't market to a male audience. Well, a male audience is not my target. Thank you. Women are requesting catering services mostly, and men jump on board because they see me for me. See, that's perfect, Claudia. You're doing, you know your why. We talked about, what you're doing before. You know your why, you know your mission, you know what you're doing. Your logo is on point. And if someone tells you, well, okay, the pink in my brand doesn't market to a male audience, and you had the perfect response, well, that's not my audience, because your audience isn't everyone. That's somebody that thinks everybody is your audience, everybody's your customer, and it's not. The more detailed and specific you get about the people you're trying to reach, the better your business will be. You'll have successful content, you'll have a successful business, things will grow, and you're on track, Claudia. I applaud you. Alfredo says candle business just to buy a video game, and now it's a successful business. Yes, I gotta remember the name. It's escaping me, but I found it yesterday. I was just on Twitter, just looking around, and I followed a person that followed a person, and they were like, "Oh, I want to highlight some black businesses." And she said this one was started by three young boys in Washington D.C. And I followed the information, and I followed the link and went to their website. They had an interview with Good Morning America, Robin Roberts, right there on their website, and they're doing well. And they have goals, and their parents was on the interview also, saying, because Robin was asking them, well, why wouldn't you buy the game? And they were like, well, we wanted to instill a sense of, independence and doing for yourself for our son. So I will find the link. I have it saved somewhere, and I will post it. But I had some more stuff to talk about. But I mean, I think I got the gist of what I wanted to say about secrets of successful content, creating content, to grow your audience and to give you the things that meet the goals that you want for your business or your brand. There's more stuff to talk about. Oh, I think Alfredo, did you find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Okay. Is it the Gill? Yes, that's them. But they're the Gill brothers. But the brand name is Frere or something.
It's probably three fairs. Wait a minute. Three fairs.
Let me see if I can get
three brothers candle. Hold on.
Let me see if I can bring it up and show you guys.
Business.
Okay, Gill brothers.
There it is. I'm gonna.
Oh, you have it? Can you put it share the screen?
Oh, okay. I guess I can.
If you have it on the I can do it. I'm right there.
Okay, fine. Go ahead, because I've got it on my iPad.
Okay, I wanted to show everybody. Okay, that's not. What is all this popping up? Candle.
Brusho.
Okay, I think it's Brusho. Ah, I got him.
Mm-hmm.
It's Frere's Brancho.
Well,
I
yeah,
think.
it's hard to pronounce, but because
All right,
it's
hold
French.
on. Let me bring up. I'm gonna show you in StreamYard. We love the StreamYard. Tab. Oh, there it is. Now my screen is dark, so this is them. These are the brothers. These are the parents. This is their Good Morning America video. When you go to the website,
Yeah,
you'll see it. So here, they can you see that they have the candles. They have a
yeah.
Black History Month. They have room sprays and some other products,
Mm-hmm.
diffusers. And here's their candles. And here's the guys. I see their brand and their packaging. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's subtle. It's our nice earthy color, and it fits their brand.
Mm-hmm.
See, made with brotherly love. We are brothers who believe in family, friendship, faith, and fun. Our goal is to create our own future together and help others along the way. Now, let me see. I want to make this full so you guys can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So I found this on Twitter. Somebody was promoting them, and I was like, okay, cool. Made locally in the USA. Here's a big shot of their. See, they have their faces on the label.
Cute.
The name. See the name of the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Frere's Brand Show, made with love in the USA. That's this woman's work is the name of this candle. They've got it's 100% organic. They got all the information. They even got batch numbers
Mm-hmm.
on
Nice.
here. Yeah, so isn't this nice? So they're saying Frere's Brancheo means Gill Brothers. 10% of the profits go to DC homeless shelters. And I think, yes, here it is. You can help us get our first candle truck. So that's their next project is to get a candle truck. All right. And here
Nice.
I love their packaging and their label. Is really good. Okay. Let me get off of that. So that's what I found yesterday. I was like, these boys are doing it. And their parents are supporting them, helping them, and they're growing. I love it. And Alfredo, yes, it's Fred Brancho French for Gill Brothers. I love that. Isn't that great?
Very nice.
I just love
Very
that.
nice.
So kids are doing it. These are kids. They're in high school, middle school.
I like it.
Successful business. Great logo, great packaging and branding, their idea. When I saw it, I was like, wow, I'm going to buy a candle. I am going to order a candle. Oh, that's great. So, I mean, I just wanted to bring this all to you, the secrets of successful content, because I know there's frustration continuing about breaking through the noise online, getting your
Mm-hmm.
brand seen, getting in front of your audience. But see, the key is you have to ask yourself, why would they care about what you're trying to present online? And
Uh,
also in the beginning, we were saying about having a niche market, being specific about who's in your audience. You don't want all 200, 2 billion Facebook users to see your brand. That's not going to work. And it's too expensive. You want to niche it down to the market that's going to pay attention to your content and come to your business and buy your products and services. Like with Claudia, she's doing. She's already said somebody told her, well, you should get rid of the pink. Why? Pink is a color that will attract, and I'm wearing pink. Pink is a color that will attract. That will attract women, her
yeah.
target audience.
Mm-hmm.
If the men buy, yeah, okay, great. But the pink is portraying something. It's
Mm-hmm.
saying to women, "Hey, here's the pink." Instead of like with the Frere Bro show, their colors are tan. Those are like a neutral, almost a masculine colors.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't stop me. It doesn't stop me from buying because they didn't use overly masculine colors. They use a tan, which is like a neutral tone color that attracts men and women. See?
And it's organic, so it's sort of like an earth tone.
It's organic. They use the titles from songs and from different things that people in the Black community will know. This woman's work. That's a song by what is his name? It's escaping me. But the Maxwell. Maxwell has a song called This Woman's Work. Very popular song. So they use that in the title of the candle. They also have their pictures on the front of the candle. They have all that information on the candles. I just thought it was great. Tachi says it all makes sense. Okay. Okay. I mean, I have more, but we got to stop here. I always have so much information. So if you want to know more, or you need some help, or you want to talk more about, let me know if there's a topic you guys want to talk about. Find me at Terry Johnson Online. Go to Google, type this in. Go to Instagram, type this, wherever you platform that you like. Type this in wherever you are. You'll find me there, and then you're going to find us also at the Biz Chicks. The Biz Chicks has their number. I don't. Yep, good. The text to join the Biz Chicks, 33777. Join the Biz Chicks. So either place, you're gonna get the help that you need, and you're going to create successful content. All right. So anything that you have a question about, let me know. Find me, Terry Johnson Online, or go to the Biz Chick page or the Biz Chick group, or text. And let us know, hey, I need to know more about XYZ. If you have a topic that you want us to talk about, also let me know. Put that in the chat, or wherever you want to find us. Reach out and say, hey, can you talk about this topic or that topic? And I'm like, sure, we can do that. Not a problem.
I love it.
Because we're here to help. Okay. So tomorrow, Coach Karen is going to be here talking about money matters in your business, getting your money straight, so you can make more of it with your business, right? She's going to be here tomorrow.
Absolutely. She will be here. So we look forward to talking to Coach Karen. And Thursday, we'll be talking to Robin about happy, healthy habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. And on Friday, we'll be talking tech with Tech Divas. So guys, tune in. We look forward to talking to you and discussing these topics in English in a way that we can understand them and apply them to our business. Don't forget, guys, to go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the participation and the questions. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.